of India, in collaboration with Shodh Malwa, Parul University Gujarat, Eklavya University, JHRF, ARGA, and Edu Academic Inc. Now, let me introduce our esteemed session expert. We are really honored to welcome Dr. Rekha Narang, an eminent academician with over 23 years of teaching and leadership experience, currently serving as the Dean Student Welfare and a professor at the School of Management, Geeta University, Panipat. She holds a PhD in statistics, an MBA in HR, MPhil, and an executive program in data analytics from IIM Rohtak. With over 41 publications, two patents, and significant research guidance, she is recognized for her expertise in business statistics, research methodology, and analytics. Recipient of grants from the NCW and AICTE, MAM actively promotes women empowerment, mental health awareness, and research excellence through seminars, workshops, and professional collaborations. With this, I humbly invite MAM to begin today's session. MAM, over to you.
Thank you, Asmi. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Are you all with me? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for confirming. Thank you for confirming. Okay. First of all, I would like to thank Research Foundation of India to organize this workshop so that we can interact with you all. So we can start the session. Give me a sec to just share my screen. My screen is visible to all of you? Is my screen
Ma'am.
visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Thank you. So before we begin the session, I have a question for you all. How many of you have collected the data before? How many of you have collected the data before? Anyone? Maybe for your research project, maybe for any small survey, for any project, for a research paper. Have you ever collected the data? Anyone? It means no one has worked with data. Okay. Then the next question is, okay, you have not collected the data, you have not worked with the data. Anyone can give me the definition of data. What is data? Because our topic is application of SPSS in data analysis. For the data analysis, first we have to know what is data. What does a data means? Please give me an answer, any reply. Maybe right, maybe wrong.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, sure. Ma'am, sure.
Data is all the information that we collect and we jot down from our questionnaire or from the secondary analysis is data.
Okay. Any other reply? Ma'am has given some answer. Any other reply? What is data?
Recorded.
Yes, Shamlaraji. Actually, your voice is not audible. Okay, actually, he is not audible. Any other reply? Okay. Actually, Seema ma'am has replied, data is a information. So my concern is that data is not an information. Actually, data is not an information. Data are just raw facts which we collect from the person. These are the raw facts. These are not the information. If we collect any raw facts from anyone, then it is known as data. And we cannot use data as it is, because for the decision making, because first we have to convert the raw data to the information. We can clean the data, then processing on the data, we can analyze the data. After that, we can see that now data is converted to the information. So there's a difference between the data and the information. If we are collecting the raw facts from anyone, then it means we have collected the data. But if we have processed on the data, maybe by means of any analysis, then we can say that now data is converted to the information, and now we are ready for the decision making. Got my point? Got my point? What is the difference between data and the information? Data are just the raw facts, but when we analyze or we are processing on the data, then data is converted into the information which we will use for the decision making. I think my point is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so there is a difference between data and the information. Now, my next question is, you have collected the data from anyone, from maybe some respondents. That data, I have just asked you, that data is not useful for the decision making until and unless we have a right tool to decode that data. Okay, we should know about the right tools by means of which we can convert that data into the information, so that we can use information for the decision making. So that is our session, today's session, that is application of SPSS in the data analysis. We have collected data, but we will just convert that data into the some information which we, by means of tools, we are using the in this session the platform SPSS. How many of you have heard the name SPSS? How many of you have heard the name SPSS? Yes, Vivek Gautamji, or you want to say something? SPSS. Okay. No one has heard the name SPSS? Okay, leave it now. Any other tool you know which we can use for the data analysis purpose? Okay, forget about the SPSS for the time being. Any other?
PLSM.
Sorry.
PLSM.
Okay, PLS. Good.
Yes.
Yes, PLS we can use, but PLS is, you can use, you can say it's an advanced version, or you can do it after the SPSS. But yes, PLS is the tool. Now this, in the modern research, we use PLS for the research. Very good answer. PLS is a tool which we can use for the data analysis purpose. Any other tool other than PLS and SPSS? For SPSS, we,
Basic Excel.
yes, Excel. Before SPSS, we generally use the Excel for the data analysis purpose. Okay, but Excel is a tool where we have to learn, or we have to remember some formulas, like how we calculate the average, how we calculate the standard deviation, how we calculate the variance. We have to remember that formulas. Okay, Excel is a very good tool for the data analysis. But if you don't want to use the Excel, then SPSS is a very good option. Actually, SPS is a graphical user interface. What do you understand by graphical user interface? Graphical user interface means on clicking on button, we don't remember any formulas. By clicking on the buttons, we can just analyze our data. So it's a very beautiful tool. It's a very easy tool. Okay. So let's start with the SPSS tool. Okay. Now, please confirm my screen is visible to all of you. My slide, application of SPSS in data analysis.
Yes, ma'am.
This is okay. Okay. So before data analysis purpose, we should know what is statistics. So statistics means collecting the data, cleaning the data, processing the data, analyzing the data. All, if we gather all these things, then we can say it is a statistics. We can divide the statistics into two parts. One is descriptive statistics and other is inferential statistics. Now, anybody who can explain what is descriptive statistics and what is inferential statistics, because both are the parts of data analysis. In the data analysis, we will do descriptive analysis as well and inferential statistics as well. So what is the difference between the descriptive statistics and the inferential statistics? Yes, anybody? Difference between descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Okay. Actually, we can divide the statistics into two parts, descriptive as well as inferential. Now, what is descriptive and what is inferential? Let us take an example for this. Suppose we want to know, like I am in Haryana, okay? I want to know how many persons in Haryana state read the newspaper Times of India. Okay, my question is, okay, someone has raised a hand. Any query? I think Vitala H has raised a hand. Any query?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So, like, I want to know that how many people in Haryana state read the newspaper Times of India. Okay. Now, is it possible that I can go to each and every person and ask this question, which newspaper do you read? Is it possible? Haryana is a big state. Is it possible? Is it possible that I can go to every person and ask this question to everyone? I think it's not possible. Okay. So in this case, I have to take a sample, because population of Haryana may be 25 to 30 lakhs or maybe more than that. So it is not possible to go to every person and ask this question, do you, which newspaper you read? So in this case, I have to take a sample. Maybe sample of 1,000 people, maybe sample of 5,000 people. So, for example, I have taken a sample of 5,000, 1,000 people maybe. I have taken a sample of 1,000 people and asked a question, which newspaper do you read? So, maybe out of 1,000 people, 700 people replied that they read that newspaper Times of India. It means 70% people replied they read the newspaper Times of India. Now, tell me, can, on this assumption, can we say that 70% population of Haryana read the newspaper Times of India? Do you understand my question? What is my question? I have taken a sample of only 1,000 people and ask a question, which newspaper do you read? And on analyzing, I have seen that 70% of people on in that sample read newspaper Times of India. Now, can we assume, can we generalize that 70% population of Haryana state read the newspaper Times of India? Please give me an answer. Anyone? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we say that?
Yes, ma'am. Through generalization, we can say that.
Okay, because actually I have a question in that. I have a population of 50 lakhs in Haryana state, and I am taking a sample only of 1,000. So on the basis of 1,000 people, can we generalize this statement? or we can assume this. We can assume this, but we have to verify that statement. Okay, because on the just sample of 1,000 people, we cannot generalize this statement to all population of Haryana. We have to verify that statement. So for verifying that statement, we have to know what is the type of that 1,000 people. Maybe, for example, maybe from the 1,000 people, I have taken a sample, which we have taken 1,000 people. I have just gone to the uh, uh, people who are in the banking services, who are in the university services. Definitely they will read the newspaper and maybe Times of India. I have not covered the area of slum area, or the area which are not just so educated. So if I have just covered the area of educated people only, of higher status people only, maybe this generalization may be right. But if I have not covered the slum area, then I cannot say that 70% of the population of Haryana state read the newspaper Times of India. Maybe there is a problem in the sample. So if we take any sample and we want to generalize that statement for the population, it means I want to take the inferences from the sample about the population. Then it is known as the inferential statistics, because it is not possible every time to take the responses from whole population. Generally we will take a sample, and on the basis of that sample we generalize the statement for the population. It means we are taking inferences from the sample and about the population. This is known as the inferential statistics. But if just we want to know about the population, that how is the population, what is the mean of the population, what is the parameters of the population, what is the standard deviation of the population, what is going in the data. It means in the 1,000 people, are people or all are educated, or we have covered the slum area, or we have covered the all stratified sampling we have taken. It means we just want to know about the population, then it is known as the descriptive statistics. If we want to know inferences from the sample population, then it is known as the inferential statistics. It means we have two things: to know about the data, one thing, this is known as a descriptive statistics. Second thing, to draw the inferences from the sample, then it is known as a inferential statistics. Every time when you work on a research paper, you have to take both the things in account, descriptive as well as inferential statistics. Descriptive statistics, how we can do the descriptive statistics? Descriptive statistics means what is happening in the data. It means in this summary of collected data, features of data set, no prediction is there, no generalization is there, just we are talking about the what is happening in the data, what is the mean of data, what is the median of the data, what is the standard deviation of the data, what are the percentages, what are the frequencies. If we talk about all these things, it means we are discussing about the descriptive statistics. Okay, but if we talk about the inferential statistics, it means from the you can read this slide. It is usually impossible to examine each member of the population individually. So scientists choose a representative subset of population, which is known as a sample. Okay, and from the analysis of the sample, we are able to say something about the population. On the basis of sample, we just able to say about the population. So this is known as the inferential statistics. Like on the basis of sample, I can say the 70% of the people of Haryana state read the Times of India newspaper. So for the inferential statistics, it means generalization from sample to population, and it is always based on the hypothesis testing. Tools which we can use in the inferential statistics are t-test, ANOVA, correlation, regression, chi-square test. These tests we can use to inference from the sample about the population. Tools which we can use in the descriptive statistics are just measures of central tendency, mean, median, mode, measure of dispersion like standard deviation and variance. But tools for the inferential statistics are t-test, ANOVA test, correlation, regression, and chi-square test. Got my point? Yes. Got my point? Okay. Thank you, Prasan. Now, if we want to take the inferences from the sample, or we want to generalize the statement from the sample about the population, first we have to take the assumption, like in the example which I have given, that I have taken a sample of 1,000 people and analyzed that 70% of the people have read the newspaper Times of India. Now I can assume that yes, my data collection is right, my analysis is right. 70% of the people of Haryana state read Times of India newspaper. So this is my assumption. But we cannot go with the assumption always. We have to testify, we have to verify that assumption with the help of some statistical tools. Okay, what statistical tool? Like I have just explained, t-test, z-test, ANOVA test, correlation, regression. These tests I can use for the verification of that null hypothesis. So there are two types of hypothesis always. One is null hypothesis and other is alternate hypothesis. Now, what do you understand by the null hypothesis? As a name suggests, null means no difference. Null means no difference. It means if we want to compare the sample and the population, my null hypothesis will be there is no difference between the sample results and the population results. It means if my sample says that 70% of people read Times of India newspaper, it means it is very clear that in the population also 70% people read the Times of India newspaper. Okay, so null hypothesis always begins with the statement that there is no difference between the sample statistics and the population parameter. It is clear? Is it clear? Null hypothesis always makes a statement that there is no difference between the sample and the population parameter. And on the contrary, alternate hypothesis means there is a difference between the sample statistics and the population statistics. Okay. Now, before going to directly to the SPSS, we should all, as a researcher, we should know the level of measurements. Anybody know about the level of measurements? We have 4 types of level of measurement. One is nominal, other is ordinal, third one is interval level of measurement, and fourth is ratio level of measurement. Anyone know about these level of measurements? Anyone know about these? Because we should know about that. If we want to do the data analysis, then we should know about these level of measurement. Okay, I'll explain that. There are 4 types of level of measurement. One is nominal, other is ordinal, third one is interval, and fourth one is ratio level of measurement. What do you understand by the nominal variable? Nominal variable means just to naming the data. When you collect the data, for example, you have collected the data and your first question was, what is your gender? Maybe someone replied male and someone replied female. Okay, male, female, male, female, 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 male, as maybe any one responses you can get in the questionnaire. You have next question is, what is your marital status? Maybe someone has replied married, someone has replied unmarried. Maybe different answers will be there. Someone has replied married and someone has replied as unmarried. So now in the SPSS software, we cannot take these type of responses directly to the SPSS. SPSS cannot work on the strings. Male is a word, female is a word, married is a word, and unmarried is a word. And SPSS cannot work on that words. We have to naming that variables. Maybe we have to code it. You can say we have to code it that data. How we can code the data? In the Excel sheet, if male is written, then you can name male as a 1 and female as a 2. Wherever we have responses as a male, replace that male to the 1 number and female to the 2 number. It means we have coded the data. We have coded the data male as 1 and female as 2. Likewise, we have a question marital status. In the marital status also, we can code it that data. It means for the married, you can write 1. For the unmarried, you can write 2. You can write vice versa also. You can write 1 for the unmarried and 2 for the married. It doesn't make any difference. That is, it is known as a nominal variable. Nominal variable, just to naming that variable, just to identify that variable. Okay, it doesn't make any difference. We put 1 for male or we will put 2 for male. It is just for the naming that. Okay. Yes, Prasun ji, we have
Ma'am,
raised the hand.
Ma'am, is it mandatory to always put a number, or what? Like we can
Yes,
add
yes.
some name also.
No. We have to put the numbers even, because SPSS just work on the numbers only.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Vitala ji. Yes. Okay. So we have to code that data. Any data you have taken on the Likert scale. For example, in the Likert scale, we have a scale on the satisfaction. We have 5-point Likert scale. It means maybe unsatisfied, greatly satisfied, neutral. We have 5-point Likert scale. In that thing, we have to always naming that data. So nominal means to just name the data. Likewise, I have just told you that you will put numbers for the data. 1 for male or 2 for male or 3 for male. It is up to you. You can use any number, but you have to use a number only. Okay. So this is known as a nominal variable. It doesn't any issue with the number. Likewise, you can say, we have an example. In the cricket team, Dhoni's t-shirt number is 7. Yes, Dhoni's t-shirt number is always 7. So it doesn't means that Dhoni will come on the 7th place, or the order of their batting order is 7th. It is just to identify. 7 number means Dhoni. It means male 1. If we have put the male 1 number, it means 1 means male, 2 means female, 1 means married, 2 means unmarried. So it is just to name the variable only. Then come to the next variable, ordinal variable. You can see that in the ordinal, named plus ordered variable. It means ordinal variable contains the characteristics of nominal as well as the ordinal. Okay, nominal as well as the ordinal. What do you understand by ordinal? Likewise, for you can say, I can take an example. In a class, there are 3 students. There are many students. One student scored the marks 95% marks. Other student scored the 90% marks. And third student scored 80% marks. First scored 95, second scored 90, and third scored 80% marks. Now, who is the first in class? Reply me, please. Who will be first in the class? Who scored? Obviously, 95% marks. The person who secured 90% marks will have second position in the class, and the person who have secured 80% will secure the third position in the class. But you can see the difference between first position and second position is just only 5% marks, and the person who secured third position and who secured second position, the difference is 10%. So difference between the first and second position is not equal to the difference between the second and third position. So in this ordinal variable, we will just rank the variable, who is first, who is second, and who is third. The difference between the variable doesn't make any difference. It may be less, it may be higher, or there will be there will be no equal differences between first to second position and second to third position. So only rank will be there, and this is known as the ordinal variable. But in the interval variable, you can see that in the interval variable, interval will be contain all the characteristics of nominal, ordinal, and the interval variable. Means naming variable, naming characteristics will be there, ordering characteristics will be there. It means identification will be there, rank will be there, and proportionate interval between variables will be there. What does it mean? It means that if we have an interval variable, so for example, we have a difference, we have a variables like income variable we have. For example, income variable we have. In the income variable, income is up to 1 lakh, 1 lakh to 2 lakh, 2 lakh to 3 lakh. Okay, I have divided the three categories: up to 1 lakh, 1 lakh to 2 lakh, 2 lakh to 3 lakh. Now the difference between 0 to 1 lakh, 1 lakh to 2 lakh, 2 lakh to 3 lakh, the difference is same between the variables. So in the interval variable, the difference between the variables will be same. There is the same difference between 0 to 1 lakh, 1 lakh to 2 lakh, and 2 lakh to 3 lakh. There is a difference between the variables is same. So we can count it as an interval variable. So difference between the variables will be same in the interval variable, and difference may not be same in the ordinal variable. Now, last, ratio variable. What is a ratio variable? Ratio variable contain the characteristics of all naming, nominal variable, ordinal variable, intervariable, and also the its own characteristics, that is a absolute zero. So in the ratio variable, identification will be there, means naming will be there, ranking will be there, difference between the ranking will be same, and also it is a absolute zero. Absolute zero means the variable which comes under the ratio variable, they never have a negative values. All the differences will be count from the zero. Likewise in income, income cannot be negative. Like the age cannot be negative. Like the weight cannot be negative. So these are the example of the ratio variable. So if we use the SPSS statistics in SPSS tool, we should know about these level of measurement. As a researcher or analyzer, you should know about the nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio variable. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in the level of measurement? Yes, Prasun?
Ma'am, what does that mean? It can't be negative. What does that mean?
Okay. Yes. You can take an example of like income and temperature. Okay, I am taking two variables here. One is income and one is temperature. In the case of income, can you say a person who has an income of 2 lakh and a person who has an income of 4 lakhs, the person who has an income of 4 lakh has a double income than the person who has an income of 2 lakh? You can say that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Obviously.
Why you can say that? Because income is just, we have counted it from the zero.
Yes.
0 to 2 lakh, 0 to 4 lakh. That's why I can say that the person who have the income 4 lakh is a double salary from the person who has a 2 lakh. Okay. Now come to the example of temperature. Can you say that you can feel cold, double cold, if temperature is 15 degrees Celsius or 30 degrees Celsius? 30 degrees Celsius is double hotter than 15 degree. Can you say that?
Yes, ma'am. Obviously.
No, you can't say that.
Like,
Can you say that if we are at the temperature of 30 degree, we are sitting at the temperature of 30 degree, okay, and the one person is sitting at the temperature of 15 degree. You cannot say that the person who is sitting at the temperature of 30 degree has a double warmer temperature than the person who has a temperature of 15 degree. Because in the temperature case, there is a negative temperature also.
Okay.
Likewise, 48 degree temperature and 50-degree temperature, you cannot say that 20 or 40. 40 is not double warmer than the 20-degree.
Okay.
You can take an example of your air condition. Okay. If we are talking just about the temperature, 19 or 18 degree is very cold temperature. 16 degree, I think minimum
Yes.
temperature is there. 16 is a very cold temperature. Okay.
Mm.
16 and 0 temperature, or 16 and 32 temperature degree.
Mm.
There is not so equal difference. 16 and we cannot say that 32 is double warmer than the 16. 0 to 16 is a very cold temperature, and 16 to 32 is a just towards the hotter temperature, but it is not, we can say that is a double temperature, because
Okay, got it.
temperature has a negative degrees also.
Mm-hmm.
Have not taken only absolute 0, but in the case of income, in the case of weight, in the case of age, you always counted with the 0 only.
Okay.
Negative age is not possible, negative weight is not possible, negative income is not possible. That's why in that cases we can say double or triple.
Okay.
Okay, but if we have a negative, then we cannot say we have a double or triple thing.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yes, can we go ahead?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is an example of nominal. I have just explained this. It is just a tagging or labeling. M male, F female, but in the SPSS, we will not use M or F. We will use always the numbers 1 or 2. Ordinal scale, like total agree, agree, neutral, disagree. This is the order, because in this we rank the variable, rank the numbers. For example, we can rank total agree as a 5, agree as a 4, neutral as a 3, disagree as a 2, and this is 1. There is no equal differences between total agree and agree, because for you total agree and agree, there is a difference. Maybe you are thinking differently from me, as I think about total agree and agree difference. So this is known as the ordinal scale. When we just rank the data, difference between total agree and agree is not same as the difference between agree and the neutral. Okay. Interval scale, I have just defined that the difference between the variables will be same, like 0 to 2000, 2000 to 4000, 4000 to 6000. I know the difference in each variable is 2000. Ratio scale, I have just explained with the absolute 0. So in SPSS, generally we categorize a variable into 2 degrees. 2 variables, discrete variable as well as continuous variable. Discrete variable means categorical variable. Nominal and ordinal both include the discrete variable, and if interval or ratio, this comes under the continuous variable. Now, what is SPSS? The full form of SPSS is Statistical Package for the Social Sciences. Okay. Now we will use the SPSS for the data analysis part, and it is a graphical user interface. Graphical user interface means we have no need to just remember the formulas. There will be options. We have to just click on that options and analysis will be there. Okay, it's a very, very simple. In the SPSS, we can type the data. But we have got responses. We can directly type data in the SPSS. We can import the data from the Excel sheet. Okay, we can import the data. We can write the data. Both options we can do in the SPSS. We can just enter the data, or we can import the data from the Excel sheet, or we can use a CSV file also to import the data in the SPSS. This is the data view. When we open the software SPSS, then this type of window will be there. In this window, you can see here at the bottom, there are two things. One is data view and other is variable view. Okay. Data view and variable. Two windows will be there at the bottom of SPSS window. Both have a different purpose. In the data view, it also known as a data viewer. In the data view, we can enter the data, we can edit the data. All the data will be displayed at this view, data view. Okay, all data which we want to display, which we want to edit, which we want to enter will go to the data view. But in the variable view, what is the variable view? Variable view is this. Now, for example, you have a questionnaire. In the questionnaire, you have 10 questions you have. Now, your first question is what is your gender? Second question is what is your marital status? Third, what is your education? Fourth, what is your occupation? And maybe 5 to 6 questions about the satisfaction survey. If you have done survey on the satisfaction, you have 5 to 6 questions on the survey. It means you have 10 variables. One is gender, one is marital status, third one is education, fourth one is occupation, and 6 variable on the satisfaction. So what is the type of that data? Naming, what is your gender? It's a categorical data, because 2 categories will be there. Responses will be in the form of male or female. It means categories will be there. So nominal variable is a categorical data. Now come to the marital status. Again, in the marital status, you have 2 categories, married or unmarried. It means again this is a categorical data. Third, you have asked the question about the education. In education, maybe someone replied 10th class, someone replied graduation, someone replied post graduation, someone replied senior secondary. If you want to categorize that data, then come into the categorical data. My next question is what is your age? Now, if I want to know what is the age of the next person, I have 2 options. First option is open-ended. Open-ended means if I asked you what is your age, maybe your reply will be 30, 32, someone replied 35, someone replied 40, someone replied 42. And as they replied, I will note it that 30, 35, 40, 42, and so on. But maybe if I want to easy my analyze, then data analysis, then maybe it is very good thing if we first define the categories. I have categories up 10 to 20 years age, first category, 20 to 25 my second category, 25 to 30 my third category, 30 to 35 my fourth category. I can take the data in this form also. Okay, so if I identify the categories, then I say my data is categorical data. Okay, if I ask the open-ended question, what is your age, and you replied 32, 35, 40, 42, this is known as a continuous data. Got my point? What is the difference between categorical data and the continuous data?
Yes, ma'am. I have a confusion in continuous data, ma'am. Categorical, I have understood. Can you repeat that one?
Okay. Okay. Categorical and the difference between categorical and continuous, there is very one main difference. Discrete data or categorical data is always in the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't break it in the decimal form. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
But continuous data, we can represent it in the decimal form also. Like weight 5.4 pound, 10.4 kg, 30.5 kg. We can represent in the decimal form. So it is a continuous data. In the case of age, if I will write the data 32, 33, 34, 35, we have not defined any category. I have just write down the open-ended answer. But the person replied, I have just noted down 31, 32, 33, 25, 26. This is a continuous data. I can say 33.4 months, 34.3 months. I can say this. But if we define the categories, then only 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and after that I will coding that data 10 to 20 nominal taken as 1, 20 to 25 taken as 2, 25 to 35 taken as 3, likewise.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yes.
it is good if you ask the close-ended question in the form of categories, then analysis will be easy. But if you take the open-ended answers, like in age, you have not defined the categories, you have just taken the responses and note down, then you have to again categorize that data, and your work will be doubled, because it will be easy if you go with the categorical data in this case.
Okay.
Okay, so what the variable view do, we define the characteristics of variable in this window. Data is categorical, data is continuous. We will define all the things about the variable in this variable view. If we have 10 question, what my 10 question was, what I have naming them, male 1, female 2, what I have labeling them, we will all discuss about these things in the variable view. Data view, only data will be there, but knowledge about the variable, what you have coded male, what you have coded female, what you have coded as married, what you have coded unmarried, all these things will be in the variable view. Okay, I will definitely show you demo also. These are the screenshots, but I show the demo. Wait for 2 minutes, I will show the demo. Before that, this is the main thing. For the analysis purpose, if you want to know the descriptive statistics means you want to know about the standard deviation, mean, median, mode, frequency, percentage. This all comes under the descriptive statistics. And how you can visualize that data, you have taken the mean, median, standard deviation of the data. But if you want to visualize that data, then for the continuous data, you will use a histogram, scatter plot, etc. But if you have categorical data, then you will use the bar chart or clustered bar chart. Okay, for the categorical visualization, use bar chart. For the continuous data, use the histogram, because it is a very big question. We can collect the data easily, but there is a problem when you have to choose the right tool. If you want to show the graph of the data, then first question comes to your mind, which graph you have to use, which graph you should use. So this is the thing. If you have a categorical data, use bar chart. If you have a continuous data, then use the histogram. Like if you have taken the responses of age in the form of categories and you want to visualize that data, you will use bar chart. But if you have taken the responses as a open-ended, then you will use the histogram. Okay, as the nature of the variable change, the visualization purpose will also change. Okay, these are the tests I have discussed. So these are the tests, but before this, we should know about the SPSS platform. So give a minute. I'm opening the SPSS software. It will take 2 to 3 minutes because it's a heavy software. It will take 2 minutes.
No worry, ma'am. We are waiting.
Till then, you can, if you have any query, you can ask. Any question, if you have in your mind, you can ask that questions regarding anything which we have covered or regarding any type of data analysis.
Ma'am, as you said that the name will be come in categorical data, right?
Mean is not come. Mean doesn't come in the
Name, ma'am, name.
Okay.
Right. So how is it possible, ma'am? Like the like name cannot be in a option, right? The person will write.
I'm not asking about the name. I am telling about the naming of data. Naming of data means coding of data.
Okay.
Means the coding of data. Naming means I have to named that, labeled that.
Okay.
Not name option.
Okay.
Okay. Because it is not necessary. I am asking the name from any respondent.
Okay.
Okay. Naming means coding of data.
Okay, like 1, 2, 3 and all.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Stop sharing this. Now I'm sharing of SPSS. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is the SPSS. Okay. Now you can see here are the two windows, variable view and the data view. Okay. Now we can import the data. If you have already existing file in an Excel file, you can directly import the data, or you can write the data here. Like I am entering the data. For example, I have a first question: what is your gender? Okay. And we have 10 respondent. Maybe someone has responded as male and female. I have coded that data. You can coded this thing in Excel very easily. So, but because of shortage of time, I am just entering the data like 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. Like I have 10 respondents here. Okay. 1 is male and 2 is female. Okay. I have coded this data in the Excel and just copied I can copy that data into the SPSS. But now you can see in the variable view. Data view, the first row is a header row. Okay. Here is the only variable one. If you see first time this window, you don't know about what is the variable 1, what is the meaning of 1, what is the meaning of 2. We don't know about anything. Okay. So my first task to tell the SPSS what is the variable 1 and what does the mean of 1 and what does the mean of 2. Okay. So go to the variable view. Here you can name the variable. My question was about the gender. So write here gender. Okay. Now you can see in the data view, variable name is changed. You can see here gender is now written. So now SPSS know about that. Yeah, this first column is about the gender. I have told SPSS. Now my second task to tell the SPSS what is the meaning of 1 and what is the meaning of 2. So again, go to the variable view. Okay. Go to the values. Okay. Here, if you click on this button, the three dots is there. Click on that dots. Now, here you can define the values. Value 1 for male. Add this. value 2 for
Email.
female. Add this and click on OK. It means now SPSS know what does the mean of 1 and what does the mean of 2.
Got it.
Got it? If you want to now see, you can click here on this option. Now male and female is also written here. And if you want the number form, then click on again this, and 1 to 1 to will be coding will be there.
Got it.
Okay. Now again go to the variable view. Now my SPSS know why first variable is gender, and now you have to focus on this type. Always SPSS work on the numeric variable. So there are so many options are there, but you always click on the numeric, then click on OK. Okay.
Okay.
Then decimal. If you want decimal or not depends, because in the data view you can see 1.0, 1, 2.0, but I think there is no need of decimal in the case of gender.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the variable view. You can remove here. You can increase decrease to 0. Now you can see in the data view all the decimals have been removed.
Okay.
Okay. So like this you can enter the data, or you can directly import this data from the Excel. But yes, if you import the data from the Excel, you have to do this exercise definitely, because SPSS don't know about what is 1 and what is 2. You have to do this exercise.
Okay.
Okay. So any type of variable you can create here. Here is gender. Now maybe gender, and for example I have taken the other variable age. Okay. I have not defined the categories. I have just taken the value. I think height le lete hain. I have taken the value height. So 5.2, 5.4. Any variable you can see. 5.5, 6 feet, 4.5, 5.2, 5.3, 5.7, 5.8. Okay, I have taken this. Now go to the variable view, define the variable. This is height, and now there is no category, so no need to write on these values. Okay. Now my question is to you that I want to know the height is dependent on gender.
Yes, ma'am.
In your point of view, it is yes, but I want to check this statistically. What statistics says on the basis of this sample? We have taken the sample of only 10, but we can check this. If we have one categorical variable and one continuous variable, then we should go to the analyze. In analyze, we have a independent sample t-test. In the independent sample t-test, which we want to test, I want to test the height variable. Go to the test variable, and we have a categories of gender, male and female. So click on this gender, define groups. We have 2 categories, so write it as 1 and write it as 2, then continue, then okay. Now this is the output. You can see my output.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In this output you can see the SPSS has given you the number, how many males in your sample, how many females in your sample, what is the average height of the male, what is the average height of the female, what are the standard deviations, and also we have assumed that there is no difference between the age or between the height of male and female. So we can check from this. For this you have to see only this column, 0.278, significant to tail test, 0.278. Okay. If this value is greater than 0.05, only then we accept the hypothesis. this value is greater than 0.05, so we can accept the hypothesis that there is a no difference between the height on the basis of gender. My answer says that there is a no difference in the height on the basis of gender. But literature, or but normally it is it depends. But I have taken only the sample of 10. So my sample says that there is a no difference on the basis of gender on the height. So we can quickly verify this thing with the help of SPSS. We can quickly verify, we can quickly see the mean and standard deviation. And if you want to know the frequencies, you can also see, because we have a option analyze there. In analyze, we have an option of descriptive statistics, and many more tests are there. So we can use any test and we can verify the hypothesis. Got my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now my main purpose of this session is to know, to introduce you all about the application of SPSS. You can see on the click of one button, I have not applied any formula for mean. I have not applied any formula for standard deviation. I have not applied any formula for t-test. Just clicking on one button, I have seen the results.
Yes, ma'am.
So
So from where we can learn this SPSS, ma'am? That is there any platform that where we can learn, and is it paid or what, free? What?
yes, it's a actually paid version, but you can download the student version, or you can download the 1 month free trial.
Okay. And from where we can learn this, ma'am?
Platform is Research Foundation of India.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Research Foundation of India is usually organizing these type of workshops. So get in touch with RFI. Maybe in a week or in a month, they have a workshop on the SPSS. You can join that.
Okay.
It's a very, very, very beautiful tool. You can say beautiful tool. I am saying the beautiful tool because it's a very user friendly for the beginners. If you want to know about the data analysis, then this is a very simple platform.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
it's a very good
So,
tool.
so ma'am, sometimes we usually take interview also for our responses, and also SPS will be helpful in that case also.
No. SPSS is just only for the quantitative data.
Okay, not qualitative.
Not qualitative data. If you can categorize that data, if you can quantify that data, then you can use the SPSS. Okay. But if you have just like a sentences, like comments on the Facebook, okay, like comments on the Instagram, if you want to analyze that data, then SPSS is no help. You can use the NVivo. Other software is there, NVivo. NVivo you can use for the qualitative analysis.
NVivo.
NVivo.
And for Nasik.
Yes. VIVO.
Okay, ma'am.
This is a tool for the qualitative analysis. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You can use that tool.
Okay.
Or if you, because these tools are user friendly, graphical interface, so it will be easy to use. Likewise, SPSS, there are the tool of R also, Python also, but that are some technical platforms. You have to know about the coding of that data, but SPSS is a graphical user interface only. Just clicking on the button, you can use the data analysis tools.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, any other query?
From my side, no, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Prasun, to make this session interactive.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Any other query? So this is all from my side. If you have any query, you can ask me or get in touch with me. No issues, anytime. Okay.
So can you provide your email ID or something so that we can so that I can connect you for further queries and all?
Okay. You can connect me on the LinkedIn.
Okay. So your LinkedIn ID is, ma'am?
You can search Dr. Rekha Naran.
Okay, ma'am.
You will find out. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Otherwise, my email ID also you can take from the RFI or dr.narang12.
Okay.
dr.narang12. You can connect me on the LinkedIn also. No issues.
Sure, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, shall we conclude then?
Yes, this is all from my side. If no queries are there, then we can conclude.
Okay, ma'am. Are there any
Yes.
questions, anyone? Okay, ma'am. Then, on the behalf of entire RFI team, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to ma'am for such an amazing, enlightening, and knowledgeable session. Ma'am, it was truly enriching.
Thank
I
you,
would
Asmi.
I would also like to extend my thanks to all the participants for the active participation. Thank you everyone for
Ma'am,
joining us.
ma'am, I just want to say that can you please share that PPT also that which you have showed today, like
Okay.
any link or anything on chat?
Okay. Okay, I can do it. I can give it to the Asmi, then definitely they will forward to you.
Okay, thank
Ma'am,
you so
actually,
much,
I
ma'am.
want to this.
Sorry?
Ma'am, actually, I want to this too.
No
PPT.
issues. No issues. No issues.
Ma'am, it is all available on the YouTube video. You
Yes,
can
it
get
is all.
it there.
Yes, I have seen that YouTube videos. Yes, I have seen that.
This is a recorded lecture. You can see. Yeah, you can see on the YouTube.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you for that, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Asmi. Thank you. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Have a nice day.
Good evening, ma'am.